Learn to love yourself more than anyone else. Denzel Washington Motivation, Stoicism. As the great philosopher Aristotle once said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. When we truly learn to love ourselves, we unlock the potential to create lives filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Welcome to today's video, where we'll explore the power of self-love and how it can transform every aspect of your life. Self-love is not about being self-centered. It's about recognizing your worth and embracing your flaws, knowing that every part of you contributes to your unique journey. When you choose to love yourself, you begin to stop seeking validation from others and instead start creating the life you truly desire. It's a daily practice, a commitment to honor yourself, and while it may take time, every step you take brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one way you can show more love to yourself today? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more insights on how these timeless principles can lead to personal growth and happiness. Let's begin this journey together. Number 1. Stop apologizing for being you. Loving yourself starts with stopping the habit of apologizing for being who you are. In this world, there's often pressure to shrink, conform, or mask parts of ourselves in order to make others feel comfortable. But you don't have to. Your presence in this world is important, and you deserve to take up space just as you are. Too often, we find ourselves apologizing for the smallest things: our thoughts, our emotions, our uniqueness. These apologies reflect an internalized belief that we need to be different to be accepted, but that's a lie. You were born exactly as you are for a reason. Your individuality is not a flaw, it's your greatest strength. When you stop apologizing for being authentic, you begin to embrace your true self. Think about it. Why should you ever apologize for having emotions or for needing rest? Why should you feel bad about setting boundaries or saying no when something doesn't align with your values? The Stoic secrets teach us that we should only focus on what we can control: your time, your energy, your emotions, and not on pleasing others or fitting into some predefined mold. Your feelings, whether they are joy, sadness, or frustration, are valid. They are part of the human experience, and denying them only distances you from who you truly are. Emotions aren't weaknesses, they are signals, guiding us toward better understanding of ourselves. By refusing to apologize for your emotions, you free yourself from the weight of judgment and the endless cycle of meeting other people's expectations. This isn't just about how you present yourself to others, it's about how you present yourself to yourself. We're often our own harshest critics, apologizing for our needs, our desires, and even our dreams. But true self-love comes from learning to say, I deserve this space. I am worthy of my time, my emotions, and my attention. When you stop apologizing for being you, you start standing taller, walking with a newfound confidence that is rooted in your truth. This is where the real power lies. Not in pleasing everyone around you, but in living authentically and unapologetically. Everyone won't understand or approve of the way you live your life, and that's okay. It's not your job to gain approval from others. It's your responsibility to live in alignment with your own values. When you stop apologizing for your existence, you open the door to deep self-acceptance and self-love. You begin to show up in the world proudly, as yourself, and in return, the world will start to respect you for it. Let me share a modern story to bring this to life. Take a look at a well-known example like Denzel Washington, who has openly discussed the power of self-belief and the importance of standing firm in who you are. Despite growing up with many obstacles, Denzel never apologized for his ambition or his unique approach to life. He didn't apologize for wanting to be a successful actor or for walking the path that others didn't understand. Instead, he embraced his individuality and leveraged it to inspire millions. You can take a lesson from this. If you want to reach your full potential, you have to stop shrinking to make others comfortable. Be unapologetic about your dreams, your emotions, and your presence. The world may not always support you or validate you, but that doesn't change your worth. The Stoic secrets remind us that happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from seeking the approval of others. Think about it. When was the last time you apologized for taking care of yourself? For prioritizing your well-being? For saying no to something that didn't serve you? You deserve that rest. You deserve that space. And most importantly, you deserve to be your authentic self. By embracing your individuality and learning to love who you are without needing anyone else's approval, you align with the Stoic principle of living according to nature and not being swayed by external expectations. I ask you, how often do you apologize for being yourself? What parts of your life are you trying to shrink or hide to fit into a box that society has built for you? What would happen if you stopped apologizing for your unique emotions, your dreams, and your needs? Imagine how much more powerful you could feel if you fully embraced yourself unapologetically. How might your life change if you stopped letting others' judgments define your worth? By accepting and loving who you are, you create space for growth, self-respect, and authentic connection. The lesson here is simple but profound. Love yourself enough to stop apologizing for your presence, your emotions, and your needs. Don't let anyone, including yourself, diminish who you are. Your uniqueness is your strength, and when you embrace it, you set the stage for a life of fulfillment and inner peace. As you step into your power, you'll find that you no longer need approval from the outside world, because the only approval that truly matters comes from within. So, take this to heart. Your worth is inherent. You do not need to shrink to fit in. Your individuality is not just acceptable, it's beautiful. Let this be the foundation of your self-love journey. Number 2. Stop comparing yourself to others. In today's world, the habit of comparing ourselves to others has become one of the most damaging practices. With social media constantly showcasing idealized versions of life, it's easy to feel like everyone else is living a more successful or fulfilling existence. But this is just an illusion. Those pictures and posts often highlight only the best moments, leaving out the struggles, failures, and challenges everyone faces. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you compare your messy, real life to someone else's curated highlight reel, it robs you of joy and satisfaction, leaving you feeling inadequate. The more you compare, the less you appreciate your own unique journey. Every person's path is different, shaped by their own set of experiences and challenges. What works for someone else may not work for you, and that's perfectly fine. Life isn't a race, and there's no universal timeline for success. Your journey is yours to define, and it unfolds in its own time. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you'll begin to appreciate how far you've come, even if progress feels slow or imperfect. Remember, success doesn't look the same for everyone. When you stop measuring your life against someone else's, you'll see your own strengths, growth, and achievements more clearly. The Stoic principle of amor fati, the love of fate, teaches us to embrace everything that happens to us, knowing that every experience, good or bad, is part of the bigger picture. Focusing on your own path allows you to see your progress and achievements, free from distraction by others' success. The real challenge is learning to view your progress differently. It's crucial to celebrate even the smallest victories and understand that growth is often slow and steady. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions, thoughts, and attitudes, and to release what we cannot. Instead of measuring yourself against others, invest your energy in your own personal growth. Reflect on where you started and how far you've come. There's no need to rush. Every step forward is progress, no matter how small. The journey itself is where true fulfillment lies, not at some distant endpoint. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Shift your perspective to focus on your own process, rather than someone else's destination. This mindset will allow you to redefine success, not as meeting external standards, but as creating a life aligned with your values and accepting who you are. True happiness comes from within, and Stoicism teaches that we are in control of our responses to the world around us. Instead of seeking external validation, practice self-reflection and celebrate your own progress. As Seneca said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Loving and accepting yourself is the core of this happiness. Another important shift is how you view others. Instead of seeing someone else's success as a threat, try to see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Celebrate others' achievements without feeling diminished. There is room for everyone to succeed, and collaboration often leads to greater opportunities for all. By fostering a positive, supportive attitude, you create an environment that benefits everyone, including yourself. When you stop viewing life as a competition and start supporting others, you open yourself up to receiving support in return, which leads to mutual growth. In a world that constantly pushes comparison, practicing self-acceptance is a powerful act of resistance. Letting go of the need to measure your worth against someone else's frees you to live a life of peace and contentment. You are enough, just as you are. This doesn't mean you stop striving for growth, but it does mean accepting yourself fully, regardless of external measures. Modern Stoicism teaches us that peace and happiness come from within, by accepting who we are and embracing our path with patience and gratitude. To truly love yourself, stop comparing your journey to others. Your path is uniquely yours. Focus on your progress and shift your perspective away from others' achievements. This practice will help you create a life of contentment, peace, and self-acceptance. The power of Stoicism lies in its reminder that we are in control of our own mindset and reactions. By embracing your individuality and trusting that you're exactly where you need to be, you'll find deeper happiness and fulfillment. Celebrate your journey and love yourself for who you are becoming. Number 3, stop seeking external validation. Seeking validation from others is a natural human desire. We all want approval, recognition, and acceptance. Compliments, praise, and positive feedback feel good, soothing our egos and making us feel seen. However, relying too much on external validation can be dangerous. It's conditional, based on the changing opinions, expectations, and judgments of others. The same person who praises you today may criticize you tomorrow. When you base your self-worth on such fluctuating and superficial feedback, you risk losing yourself in the process. Instead of building your value from within, you let it be shaped by external forces that are unpredictable. This dependence on others' approval erodes your autonomy and personal power. As Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The real key is not seeking validation from others, but validating yourself. True self-love comes from an internal source. It means accepting yourself completely, with all your strengths, weaknesses, and flaws, and recognizing that your worth isn't determined by someone else's approval. Self-love is about embracing who you are, not who others think you should be. This acceptance isn't about being perfect, but about realizing you are enough as you are. The first step to self-love is to stop seeking permission from others to feel good about yourself. Trust your own judgment and values. When you do this, you no longer need external validation. You begin making decisions based on what feels right for you, living authentically, without constantly needing others' approval. Trusting yourself also means giving yourself the freedom to make mistakes. No one is perfect, and mistakes are part of growth. Without fearing others' judgments, you become more courageous, learning and evolving without the weight of criticism holding you back. True inner confidence comes from believing you are capable, worthy, and enough, no matter what others think or say. External validation is fleeting. It's like a quick boost that fades as quickly as it comes. Praise may feel good at the moment, but it's short-lived. The next day, you might face criticism, leaving you feeling uncertain. You can't control how others perceive you, but you can control how you perceive yourself. That's where real power lies, when you stop waiting for others to validate you and start validating yourself. You build your self-worth on who you are, not on what others think. In today's world, this lesson is crucial. Social media has amplified the need for external validation, offering instant gratification through likes, shares, and comments. But this validation is shallow and often leaves us feeling empty. We find ourselves stuck in a cycle of seeking approval, only to realize it never truly satisfies us. This is where Stoicism comes in. By applying Stoic principles, we can detach our self-worth from external circumstances and focus on what truly matters, our inner character and how we respond to the world. As Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If your happiness depends on others' opinions, it will always be unstable. But when you validate yourself, you create a solid foundation of self-respect and inner peace." External validation can also become a trap, feeding into constant comparison and insecurity. We start measuring ourselves against others, wondering if we're good enough, successful enough, attractive enough, or worthy enough. This cycle is endless, as there will always be someone who seems to have more or be more. Focusing on external validation means giving away your power, constantly seeking approval from people who may not even understand you. True freedom comes when you stop seeking validation from the outside world and start looking within. When you validate your own worth, you stop depending on others to affirm it. You realize you don't need anyone's permission to be yourself. You are already complete, just as you are. With this shift, the need for external validation fades, replaced by a deep sense of self-acceptance. You become your own biggest supporter, embracing your uniqueness and your journey. This transformation is not easy, but it's powerful. It requires building trust in yourself and believing that your worth is not contingent on others' opinions, but on your inner truth. Seeking external validation is a trap that prevents us from knowing and embracing our true selves. By cultivating self-trust and full self-acceptance, we break free from the cycle of seeking approval from others. Instead of waiting for others to affirm our worth, we take control and validate ourselves. This leads to a life of authenticity, freedom, and self-love. As Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When you stop seeking validation from others, you become the master of your own life, empowered to live by your own values and vision. Stoicism provides the tools to detach from the fleeting nature of external validation and find lasting happiness within. Start today by trusting yourself more, accepting yourself fully, and affirming your own worth. As you do, the need for external validation will fade, and you'll step into a life of greater peace, self-love, and fulfillment. Which of these 3 lessons resonated with you the most? 1. Stop apologizing for being yourself. 2. Stop comparing yourself to others. Or 3. Stop looking for external validation. Comment 1, 2, or 3 below and let me know why. And make sure you stick around until the end, because there are even more insights for you, especially the last 3, which promise to give you some surprising revelations. Number 4. Accept your imperfections. Let me ask you something. What if I told you that your imperfections, the very things you've spent so much time trying to hide or fix, are actually what make you powerful? We live in a world where perfection is often celebrated, but here's the truth. Perfection is a lie. No one is flawless, and trying to be can actually get in the way of your growth. In fact, accepting your imperfections is one of the most profound acts of self-love you can practice. Imagine that. Loving yourself not despite your flaws but because of them. This is one of the Stoic secrets that can transform the way you see yourself and the world around you. The more you let go of the need to be perfect, the more you open yourself up to true self-compassion and growth. You see, the belief that you must be flawless to be loved and accepted is the very thing that holds you back from embracing who you truly are. And when you accept that perfection doesn't exist, you free yourself from the prison of comparison and unrealistic standards. Life becomes less about constantly measuring up and more about enjoying the journey of becoming the best version of yourself. Consider this. Think about the times you felt most connected to others. Was it when they showed up with a perfect smile and flawless behavior? Or was it when they revealed their vulnerabilities and imperfections? Most likely it was the latter. Those moments of true connection happen when people are real, when they embrace who they are without apology. This is exactly what the Stoics believed, that wisdom comes not from seeking an idealized version of yourself, but from accepting your current self and working from there. To love yourself, truly love yourself, is to understand that your flaws are part of your story, part of what makes you uniquely you. It's these imperfections that give you depth, that make you relatable, and that allow you to connect with others on a human level. In fact, the more you embrace them, the more you become someone who can genuinely empathize with others, because you understand that no one is perfect. Think about how much pressure we put on ourselves to achieve an unattainable standard of beauty, success, or happiness. What if we stopped measuring ourselves against impossible ideals and started measuring ourselves against the person we were yesterday? What if progress became the goal, not perfection? The beauty of this mindset shift is that it allows you to appreciate your journey, flaws and all. It encourages you to celebrate every small victory, knowing that growth is a process, not a destination. When you start to accept yourself, flaws and all, you become less harsh on yourself. You stop punishing yourself for not fitting into a mold you were never meant to fit into. Instead, you start to love and care for yourself as you are. And when you practice self-love, something beautiful happens. You start to extend that love and compassion to others. The more you embrace your own imperfections, the more accepting you become of others' flaws. And in turn, you create a space for authenticity and acceptance to thrive, where no one is afraid to show up as their true self. This is not about settling for mediocrity. It's about recognizing your worth and striving to be the best version of yourself, not because you need to be perfect, but because you're worthy of that effort. You are not your flaws, but your flaws are part of what makes you whole. Remember, perfectionism is the enemy of progress. So today, I challenge you to look at yourself in the mirror and ask, what if my flaws are exactly what make me unique? What if the very thing I've been hiding is the key to my growth? When you start answering these questions with love, you'll unlock the Stoic secret to living a more authentic, fulfilled life. So let go of the need to be perfect. Embrace your imperfections, and know that they are not what define you. They're what give you the strength to grow and connect. You are enough, exactly as you are, and you always will be. Number 5. Take responsibility for your life. Taking responsibility for your life is one of the most empowering actions you can take, serving as the foundation for self-love and personal growth. The idea that you are the author of your own story is not just a motivational concept, but a practical truth that shapes your experience. Every decision, big or small, directly influences your life's narrative. To love yourself, you must own your choices, your successes, failures, triumphs, and mistakes. When you accept responsibility for your journey, you free yourself from blaming others or external circumstances, reclaiming control over your destiny. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This emphasizes the power of taking ownership of your actions and mindset, which ultimately shapes your life's direction. In today's world, it's easy to blame others or external situations for where you are, whether it's a challenging job, a troubled relationship, or past mistakes. It's tempting to adopt a victim mentality, but as long as you point the finger elsewhere, you give up your power to change. When you take responsibility, you regain control and the ability to change your circumstances. Think of it like holding the pen to your life's story. When you own the narrative, you become the one who shapes your future. Instead of staying trapped in negativity, Focus on what's within your control. Seek new opportunities, learn new skills, or shift your mindset. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This applies not only to material wealth, but also to the internal resources that empower you to create a fulfilling life, regardless of external conditions. Taking responsibility also means acknowledging that challenges will always arise. Life will present obstacles, but self-love means recognizing that you are an active participant, not a passive observer. Whether dealing with loss, failure, or health issues, you have the power to choose your response. Adopting a growth mindset, an idea popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, means viewing every obstacle as an opportunity for growth and learning. Each challenge builds resilience, patience, and wisdom, qualities that strengthen your self-relationship. By choosing how you respond, you affirm your self-worth and belief in your own strength. This principle is central to modern Stoicism, focusing on what you can control and letting go of what's beyond your influence. As Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This reminds us that how we perceive and respond to challenges often determines their impact. One of the most powerful aspects of taking responsibility is breaking free from the cycle of self-pity and inaction that the victim mentality fosters. When you make excuses or blame others, you stop moving forward and remain stuck. Taking responsibility means choosing action, even when circumstances are tough. This doesn't mean ignoring reality, but rather not letting external challenges dictate your inner state. The power lies in your response. Every decision, no matter how small, has the potential to reshape your future. Tony Robbins reminds us, the only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. By taking ownership of your actions, you unlock your true potential and begin crafting the life you desire. Taking responsibility isn't about achieving perfection, it's about progress. Life is unpredictable, and not every effort will lead to immediate success. But by consistently embracing responsibility, you build a foundation of self-love that becomes unshakable. The obstacles you face no longer appear as roadblocks, but as stepping stones toward a more empowered life. Modern Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions. Life may not always go as planned, but we always have control over how we respond. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This shift in mindset allows you to reclaim your power and rewrite your story, no matter what life throws your way. Taking responsibility means embracing the ability to shape your future. When you stop seeking validation from others and take full ownership of your decisions, you find the strength to create the life you truly want. The path to self-love isn't about avoiding mistakes or perfection. It's about owning your choices, learning from your experiences, and continually evolving. Life will present challenges, but by taking responsibility, you'll be better equipped to navigate them. The choices you make today, no matter how small, will shape your tomorrow. Take control, act with intention, and remember that you are the author of your destiny. Every step you take in accepting responsibility brings you closer to a more empowered, fulfilling life. Choose wisely, act with purpose, and love yourself more than anyone else, because in that self-love lies the power to transform your world. Number 6. Build healthy boundaries. In the process of learning to love yourself, building healthy boundaries is crucial for personal empowerment and self-respect. Boundaries are not about isolating yourself or pushing people away. Instead, they create a protective space that safeguards your time, energy, and emotional well-being. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get swept up in the demands of others, leaving little room for self-care or personal growth. When boundaries aren't in place, you risk becoming overwhelmed, overcommitted, and drained, which makes it difficult to nurture meaningful connections or focus on what truly matters. Establishing clear boundaries communicates to both yourself and others that your needs and well-being are important. A key aspect of setting boundaries is learning to say no. This may feel uncomfortable, especially for those who are used to people-pleasing or seeking approval. However, saying no is an act of self-love and empowerment. It is not selfish or rejecting others, but rather a way to protect your mental and emotional health. Saying no allows you to prioritize your goals, well-being, and values. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By mastering the ability to say no, you take control of your time and energy, ensuring that they are spent on what serves your highest good. Boundaries are not only about managing the expectations of others, but also about respecting your own needs. Setting personal boundaries is an act of self-discipline, where you consciously prioritize long-term goals over short-term distractions. This might mean saying no to unhealthy habits or cutting down on activities that don't align with your personal growth. It could also mean recognizing when you're overextending yourself and taking a step back to recharge. When you prioritize self-boundaries, you ensure that you have the energy, focus, and mental clarity needed to continue growing and thriving. Respecting your own needs ultimately supports your journey toward fulfillment. A fundamental principle of self-love is the ability to prioritize your own health and well-being, even when it means disappointing others. There will be times when you must turn down social invitations or refuse additional responsibilities in order to protect your physical, mental, or emotional health. Constantly putting others before yourself can lead to burnout and resentment. As the saying goes, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Caring for yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary to ensure you have the energy to care for others when needed. By practicing self-care, you create the space to be more present, supportive, and loving in your relationships. Healthy boundaries also require you to surround yourself with people who respect them. The relationships we cultivate greatly impact our well-being. Healthy, supportive relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. People who respect your boundaries will encourage your personal growth, celebrate your achievements, and support you through challenges without pushing you to overextend yourself. These are the relationships that uplift you, making you feel seen and valued. By fostering relationships with those who honor your boundaries, you create an environment in which you can continue to evolve and thrive. Additionally, these relationships reinforce your sense of self-worth, reminding you that you are deserving of respect and love just as you are. In the modern world, where social media and constant connectivity increase the pressure to meet others' expectations, setting boundaries is more important than ever. We often find ourselves seeking validation from external sources, only to discover that it leaves us feeling empty. Modern Stoicism provides an effective way to detach our self-worth from others' opinions, focusing instead on what is truly in our control: our thoughts, actions, and responses. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By setting boundaries with both others and ourselves, we take control of our time and energy. We stop living according to others' expectations and start living in alignment with our own values, which is the essence of self-love and personal empowerment. Establishing healthy boundaries is an essential practice of self-love. It allows you to protect your peace, prioritize your well-being, and create a life that reflects your values and goals. While it can be challenging, especially in a world that often encourages people-pleasing, setting boundaries enables you to take control of your life and happiness. By learning to say no, respecting your own needs, and surrounding yourself with supportive people, you empower yourself to live authentically. The principles of modern Stoicism offer tools to help you detach from external validation and focus on what truly matters. In doing so, you create space for growth, peace, and fulfillment. Set your boundaries today to protect your peace, energy, and sense of self-worth. Do you believe that accepting your imperfections can actually make you more powerful and help you grow? Comment yes if you agree, or no if you think perfection is the key to growth. And don't forget to watch until the end of the video. There's a surprising takeaway that you won't want to miss. Number 7. Practice self-compassion. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly treated yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a close friend? Often, we are our own harshest critics, quick to judge ourselves when we make mistakes, fall short of expectations, or face difficult moments. But what if I told you that learning to practice self-compassion could be the key to unlocking your personal growth and happiness? Self-compassion is one of the Stoic secrets that holds the power to transform your relationship with yourself. It's about recognizing that you, just like anyone else, are human. You will make mistakes. You will fail. But none of these things define your worth. When you practice self-compassion, you treat yourself with kindness instead of criticism. You stop punishing yourself for your imperfections, and instead, you embrace them with love and understanding. This shift in mindset isn't just about being nice to yourself. It's about creating emotional space for growth. Consider this. How would you treat a friend who had just failed or made a mistake? You'd likely offer words of encouragement, comfort, and support, right? You'd remind them that failure is not the end, but just a step on the journey to success. Now, why don't you do the same for yourself? The reality is, being harsh with yourself only creates more pain and blocks your ability to move forward. When you criticize yourself, you're stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and fear. But when you embrace self-compassion, you start to see mistakes as opportunities to learn, not as signs of your inadequacy. The key is to change your perspective on failure. Instead of fearing it, recognize that failure is an inevitable part of personal development. It's through failure that we learn, grow, and become stronger. This is exactly what the Stoics believed, that our setbacks are not obstacles, but chances to cultivate resilience and wisdom. For example, think about how a person learns to walk. They don't get discouraged after falling a few times. Instead, they get back up and keep trying. The same applies to you. When you mess up, it's not the end of the world. It's a chance to get back up and try again, wiser and more experienced than before. What would happen if you allowed yourself the same grace and understanding you'd extend to a friend? Imagine how much more resilient and confident you'd feel. Speaking to yourself kindly is another powerful way to practice self-compassion. Negative self-talk can be so damaging. It chips away at your confidence, reinforces feelings of inadequacy, and creates a cycle of self-doubt. But when you start speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement, something incredible happens. You begin to reinforce the belief that you are worthy of love, success, and all the good things life has to offer. Over time, this positive self-talk becomes second nature, and you begin to approach challenges with a sense of confidence and resilience. You are no longer weighed down by the fear of failure, because you trust yourself to rise above it. Your flaws are part of what makes you uniquely you, and embracing them is an essential aspect of self-compassion. Every single person has imperfections. It's what makes us human. Your flaws are not something to be ashamed of. They are opportunities for growth, learning, and connection. By accepting your imperfections, you free yourself from the pressure of perfection. You stop trying to fit into a mold that wasn't designed for you, and instead you start showing up authentically as yourself. This acceptance doesn't mean that you stop striving to improve. It means that you recognize your inherent worth, flaws, and all. One of the most powerful aspects of self-compassion is the ability to forgive yourself. We all carry emotional baggage, guilt, shame, regret, but holding on to these feelings only weighs you down. Self-forgiveness allows you to release that baggage and move forward with a lighter heart. It's not about excusing your mistakes, but about recognizing that you are human, and that part of being human is learning from the past and choosing to move forward with grace. By practicing self-compassion, you're not only healing from your past mistakes, but you're also building a stronger foundation for your future. Let me ask you, what would your life look like if you treated yourself with the same compassion, understanding, and kindness you offer others? What if, instead of being your harshest critic, you became your own biggest cheerleader? Remember, self-compassion isn't just about being kind to yourself. It's about acknowledging your imperfections, learning from your mistakes, and treating yourself with the love and care you deserve. This practice lays the foundation for a more fulfilling, empowered life. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love and success. You are already enough, exactly as you are. And this is the key to unlocking your full potential. So go ahead, be gentle with yourself, and remember, you are worthy of all the love, kindness, and success life has to offer. Embrace yourself fully, imperfections and all, and watch how your world begins to shift. Number 8. Cultivate a positive mindset. A positive mindset is a powerful tool for cultivating self-love and personal empowerment. The way we think shapes how we feel, and our thoughts, whether positive or negative, serve as the lens through which we experience life. Focusing on the positive aspects of ourselves and our lives helps us overcome challenges and embrace new opportunities. Cultivating positivity isn't about ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what nourishes us. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This timeless truth reminds us that by managing our thoughts, we can shape our reality and create a mindset that fosters resilience, especially in tough times. The first step in developing a positive mindset is changing the way you think about yourself. Negative self-talk often traps us in a cycle of focusing on flaws, mistakes, and perceived inadequacies, which damages self-esteem. Instead, replace those thoughts with empowering beliefs and affirmations. Focus on your strengths, past achievements, and your potential for growth. Positive self-talk boosts confidence and makes it easier to face life's challenges with optimism and purpose. When you believe in your abilities, you're more likely to take action toward your goals. As Epictetus wisely noted, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing positive thoughts over negative ones, you practice one of the most powerful forms of self-love. Another key to cultivating positivity is curating the people and environments around you. The influences in your life, whether they're people, media, or situations, greatly impact your mindset. Surround yourself with people who inspire, encourage, and uplift you, while distancing yourself from those who drain your energy or undermine your self-worth. Choose media that promotes growth, positivity, and joy, and create an environment, whether at home, at work, or online, that supports your values and well-being. As Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." The people and influences you allow into your life shape your mindset, so be intentional about who and what you invite in. Gratitude is another powerful tool for fostering a positive mindset. It's easy to focus on what's missing in our lives, but shifting our focus to what we already have can significantly change our perspective. Practicing daily gratitude helps you recognize the abundance in your life and cultivate contentment. As Seneca said, "A grateful mind is a great mind, which eventually attracts to itself great things." Gratitude strengthens emotional resilience, helping you see opportunities instead of obstacles, and deepens your love for yourself. When faced with challenges, a positive mindset empowers you to shift your focus from the problem to the solution. Life is full of setbacks, but by choosing to approach them with a solution-focused mindset, you maintain control. Instead of dwelling on obstacles, look for creative ways to address them. Believe in your ability to adapt and grow from challenges, seeing each difficulty as an opportunity. This mindset doesn't mean ignoring reality, but it's about responding to challenges with resilience and a proactive attitude. Modern Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and release what's beyond our influence. As Epictetus reminded us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This principle encourages us to focus on what's within our control and avoid being bogged down by external circumstances. A positive mindset isn't about avoiding life's challenges. It's about approaching them with confidence and a belief in your ability to overcome them. It's about seeing every setback as a chance for growth. This mindset is central to modern Stoicism, which teaches that true peace comes from focusing on our internal control rather than external events. Life will inevitably present challenges, but your response to them determines your strength. By viewing setbacks as opportunities to grow, you strengthen your mental resilience and deepen your self-love. As modern Stoicism teaches, control what you can and let go of the rest. Cultivating a positive mindset is transformative for both self-love and personal growth. By changing the way you think about yourself, surrounding yourself with positive influences, practicing gratitude, and focusing on solutions rather than problems, you build resilience and emotional well-being. Life's challenges are inevitable, but with a positive mindset, you can face them with creativity, determination, and confidence. Remember, the journey towards self-love begins with your thoughts and how you choose to view yourself and the world. By embracing a mindset of growth and positivity, you unlock the power to transform not only your life but also the world around you. Number 9. The importance of inner peace. Inner peace is essential for self-love, helping us navigate life's complexities. In a world full of distractions, pressures, and constant noise, achieving inner peace can be challenging. Yet this inner calm allows us to approach difficulties with clarity and resilience. True strength comes from being grounded and unshaken, even in the midst of chaos. Inner peace doesn't mean escaping turmoil, but finding stability within it. It empowers us to remain composed and centered, enabling us to face challenges without losing ourselves. A key principle of inner peace is letting go of what we cannot control. Life is unpredictable, and many situations are beyond our influence. Instead of letting uncontrollable factors cause stress, focus on what you can control, your thoughts, reactions, and actions. This aligns with modern Stoicism, which teaches that while we can't control external events, we can control how we respond. As Epictetus wisely said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. This shift in perspective is essential for cultivating lasting inner peace. Meditation and mindfulness are powerful practices that help nurture inner peace. Meditation quiets the mind and reduces stress, providing clarity and stillness amidst the noise. Mindfulness, on the other hand, encourages us to stay present, focusing on the current moment rather than dwelling on the past or future. These practices cultivate emotional balance, giving us the space to rest, rejuvenate, and gain perspective. In today's fast-paced world, they are essential for maintaining peace of mind. Solitude is another crucial component of inner peace. In our hyper-connected society, taking time alone can feel uncomfortable, but solitude allows us to process emotions, recharge, and reconnect with our true selves. It isn't about loneliness, but about creating space to listen to your inner voice without external distractions. Whether through reflection, journaling, or time in nature, solitude helps us regain clarity and prevent emotional overwhelm. Gratitude is also vital for cultivating peace. Focusing on what we are thankful for shifts our mindset from scarcity to abundance, reducing anxiety and fostering calm. As Seneca said, "A grateful mind is a great mind which eventually attracts to itself great things." Gratitude helps us appreciate life's blessings and brings us back to contentment. By changing how we perceive the world, we create peace within ourselves no matter the external circumstances. Modern Stoicism teaches us that true peace comes from how we respond to external events. Accepting that we can't control everything allows us to experience greater freedom and tranquility. This inner peace empowers us to live authentically and make choices that align with our values, rather than reacting to others' expectations or judgments. In a world filled with distractions and the need for validation, it's important to intentionally cultivate inner peace. By practicing mindfulness, embracing solitude, and adopting a mindset of gratitude, we create the emotional space needed for peace. These tools, rooted in modern Stoicism, help us detach from external pressures and focus on what truly matters, our inner peace. Prioritizing inner peace improves emotional well-being and resilience, helping us navigate life's challenges with grace. As Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By mastering our thoughts, We control our emotional and mental states, regardless of external circumstances. Inner peace is not just a luxury, it is a necessity for a fulfilling life. It forms the foundation of self-love and personal resilience. By letting go of control, practicing mindfulness, spending time in solitude, and cultivating gratitude, we can create lasting peace. This peace allows us to live authentically, align with our values, and face life's challenges with ease. Modern Stoicism provides the tools to lead a life of tranquility, free from chaos and noise. Inner peace is a continuous practice that begins with the decision to focus on what we can control and let go of the rest. Are you ready to treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion you treat others? Comment, "I commit," if you're committed to practicing self-compassion, or "I'm ready" if you're ready to make this powerful change. And be sure to watch until the end. There's a surprise twist in the last 2 tips that you won't want to miss. Number 10. The power of holistic self-care. Let me ask you this. Have you ever stopped to think about how you truly care for yourself, body, mind, and soul? In a world where we're often told to prioritize work, responsibilities, and others' needs, it's easy to neglect our own well-being. But here's the truth. True self-love isn't just about treating yourself to a nice meal or a spa day. It's about taking a holistic approach to self-care, nurturing every aspect of your being so that you can show up as your best self in the world. Holistic self-care is one of the Stoic secrets to living a balanced, fulfilled life. It's not about quick fixes, but about building a strong foundation for your health, happiness, and personal growth. Think of your life as a garden. If you neglect one area, the entire garden suffers. To thrive, you need to water every part of yourself. First, let's talk about your body. Physical health is the cornerstone of holistic self-care. When you prioritize your physical well-being through exercise, proper nutrition, and enough sleep, you give yourself the energy and strength to take on life's challenges. It's not about achieving a certain look or hitting the gym for hours on end. It's about treating your body with respect and keeping it functioning at its best. When your body feels strong and energized, your mind follows suit. You become more focused, more resilient, and better equipped to handle stress. Have you ever noticed how much clearer your thoughts are after a good night's sleep or a workout? That's no coincidence. Your physical health directly impacts your mental clarity. And speaking of your mind, mental health is just as important as physical health. In fact, they go hand in hand. Your mind needs stimulation and rest, just like your body. Engage in activities that challenge you, whether it's reading a book, learning a new skill, or solving a problem. But don't forget to take breaks too. Mental self-care involves finding balance, giving your brain time to relax and recharge. Mindfulness practices like meditation or deep breathing can help you manage stress and keep your thoughts in check. The more you care for your mind, the better equipped you are to think clearly and make decisions that align with your values. Now here's something that often gets overlooked: emotional self-care. Many people suppress or ignore their feelings, thinking they'll deal with them later. But when you neglect your emotions, you rob yourself of the opportunity to heal and grow. Emotional self-care means acknowledging and processing your feelings in healthy ways. Whether it's journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or simply giving yourself the space to feel, it's crucial to tend to your emotional health. Having a supportive network of people who understand and encourage you can make all the difference. When you allow yourself to express and release your emotions, you create space for deeper self-acceptance and healing. And here's where self-care gets a bad rap. It's not selfish. In fact, when you take care of yourself, you become better equipped to support others. Think of it like the oxygen mask on an airplane. You can't help others if you're not breathing yourself. When you practice holistic self-care, you're recharging your own energy so that you can give more of your best self to the world around you. Whether it's enjoying a hobby, taking a moment for stillness, or just doing something that brings you joy, these small acts of self-care contribute to your overall well-being. And that brings us to something many people overlook: creativity. Creative activities, whether it's painting, writing, or crafting, are powerful tools for self-care. They provide a sense of joy, relaxation, and fulfillment that can't be found in any other way. Engaging in creative expression helps you connect with yourself on a deeper level, promoting emotional healing and mental clarity. Have you ever noticed how much better you feel after writing down your thoughts or creating something with your hands? That's the magic of creativity. It helps you process emotions, clear your mind, and find a sense of accomplishment. It's an essential part of your holistic self-care routine. To wrap it up, let's remember this. Holistic self-care isn't about a one-time indulgence. It's about building a lifestyle that nurtures all parts of you. When you take care of your body, mind, emotions, and creativity, you're setting yourself up for a balanced, fulfilling life. And when you make this a priority, you not only show up as the best version of yourself, but you also become more present and loving toward others. The Stoic secrets remind us that we cannot control everything in life, but we can control how we care for ourselves. So, what's one small thing you can do today to take better care of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, or creatively? The answer to this question could be the first step toward a life that feels whole, balanced, and truly yours. Number 11. Lifelong growth and learning. Lifelong growth and learning are key components of self-love and personal fulfillment. Life is not a static experience, but an ongoing journey of self-discovery and development. To truly love yourself, you must embrace the idea that you are always evolving. This mindset, known as a growth mindset, allows you to view every experience, whether good or bad, as an opportunity for improvement. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeing challenges as insurmountable obstacles. But when you shift your perspective to view them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow, you unlock infinite possibilities for personal growth. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This profound wisdom reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge and self-improvement is a lifelong process, and by embracing it, you can continuously enhance your life. One of the most important lessons in the journey of personal growth is how you view failure. In modern society, failure is often seen as something to avoid or fear, yet it is one of the most valuable teachers in life. Every failure provides an opportunity for reflection, learning, and improvement. Rather than viewing failure as something that diminishes your worth, learn to see it as a natural part of the process of becoming better. Embrace failure as feedback, not as a definition of your ability or character. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized this when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Each setback is an opportunity to reflect, adjust, and move forward with greater wisdom. By viewing failure through this lens, you can approach challenges with resilience and an open mind, transforming each experience into a stepping stone toward growth. Setting clear, achievable goals is another cornerstone of personal development and self-love. Goals provide direction, purpose, and motivation. They serve as a roadmap for your journey. Whether these goals are long-term ambitions or short-term objectives, they help you stay focused and aligned with your deepest values and desires. The process of setting and achieving goals fosters a sense of accomplishment and reinforces your belief in your ability to shape your life. When your goals reflect your authentic self, they serve as a guide for the life you want to create. It's important to celebrate every achievement, no matter how small, and use these milestones as fuel to keep striving for more. Each goal you achieve is a testament to your progress, and each new goal you set reflects your commitment to lifelong growth. However, the journey of growth is not immediate. It requires patience, both with yourself and the process. Personal development takes time, and it's important to understand that growth doesn't happen overnight. Expecting instant results only leads to frustration and discouragement. Real growth is gradual, and every step you take, even the small ones, is a necessary part of the journey. By practicing patience, you create space for yourself to learn and evolve at your own pace. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, emphasized the importance of patience in their philosophy. As he wisely put it, time is a river and life is a flow. Understanding that growth is a continuous and unfolding process allows you to develop the resilience to persevere through challenges and appreciate the gradual nature of progress. Embrace the concept of continuous improvement. The best version of yourself is not a fixed destination but a lifelong pursuit. No matter where you are on your journey, there is always room for growth, whether it's through learning new skills, expanding your knowledge, or cultivating new habits. This mindset of continuous improvement keeps you aligned with your highest potential and nurtures your self-love. Each day presents a new opportunity to take a step toward a better version of yourself. By committing to lifelong growth, you build a deep sense of self-respect and self-love, recognizing that your potential is limitless. Modern Stoicism teaches that by focusing on what is within your control and accepting what you cannot change, you free yourself from the constraints of external expectations and open yourself to limitless growth. Lifelong growth and learning are essential, not only for personal development, but also for cultivating deep self-love. By viewing every challenge as an opportunity for growth, learning from failure, setting clear goals, practicing patience, and committing to continuous self-improvement, you create a foundation for a fulfilling life. The process of growth is not always easy, but it is through this continuous evolution that you build a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you. As the Stoics remind us, life is about embracing change, learning from every experience, and growing with each passing day. In doing so, you unlock your true potential and, in turn, your capacity to love and accept yourself fully. As we wrap up today's video, I encourage you to take the first step toward loving yourself more than anyone else. Remember, this is not a one-time decision, but a lifelong journey of growth and self-respect. Each day is an opportunity to choose kindness toward yourself, to embrace your worth, and to commit to becoming the best version of who you're meant to be. You have the power to create a life filled with happiness, success, and fulfillment by aligning with your true values and dreams. So take action today. Start small, but start now. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one way you can show more love to yourself starting today? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more insights on how modern Stoicism can help you live a fulfilling life. You are worthy of all the good things life has to offer. Believe in yourself, and the rest will follow.